What's going on, everybody? Let's go out on a Funko Pop hunt looking for some new figures, along with going to some of my favorite stores to see if we can find any good deals on some pretty cool hidden gems. So without any further ado, let's get started. Here we go. Alright folks, it is currently 17 degrees outside. We're gonna head into Target first, see if they've got anything good. It's freaking cold. Alright, I made it back to the Funko section, and really not seeing anything new that I remember when I was here maybe a week or so ago. You got some of the Schoolhouse Rock Pops, which are pretty cool. I still need to pick up a couple of these, because I do have Bill, I need Conductor and Rocky, so I might pick that one up today. Some of the new Crayola Pops are in here, I guess that's kind of cool. And some House of Dragon stuff. I know this guy has a chase, and I think it's the other guy. Yeah, this guy has one as well. Yellow Jacket, Share. That's definitely, ooh, very, very glittery pop for sure. Yeah, you got some stuff from The Witcher, some Star Wars, the Star Trek Lower Decks as well. I mean, they've got a little mix of new stuff here and there. I don't know if there's really anything that I'm looking for, but I'll keep looking around, see if there's anything. But as far as what I can see so far, there's nothing I really want to pick up. Okay, so up next is this mall. I don't go here very often, and I'll actually explain why here in a second, but there's one specific store that I want to go to, and that place was Hot Topic. Unfortunately, they're not open for some reason. It says they're having a meeting, but they have a 2-pack, guys, that I saw got leaked, and it was a Kermit. It was like the Evil Kermit meme 2-pack, and apparently somebody said in my local Facebook group that this store had it in and was selling it already, which I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure if they had it out early or something, but there's no way to check since they're closed right now, so maybe I'll wait a second. I don't know, but we'll see if the store actually does have it, and we can see if that's true or not.
A few moments later.
And folks, well, they did not have that 2-pack that I was looking for, unfortunately, but I do want to show you some of the other things that they had that I haven't really had a chance to check out. We have the snake eating its tail, which is kind of a fun one. I'm surprised that they still have Peter B. Parker and Mayday from Spider-Man right there into the Spider-Verse, and we also have Michael Jackson. It's funny to me that they didn't make a ton of Michael Jackson pops for the longest time, and now they're making all sorts of them. But anyways, guys, that was pretty much it at Hot Topic, but they didn't have that 2-pack. Well, folks, I don't know what post that they saw, but they said they hadn't even seen that in store or anything. So I don't know. The employee said that it was like a confirmed leak or something that she got an email about. So I have no idea when it's going to release, but I figured it was worth a visit because somebody supposedly said that they saw it. Anyways, I guess we'll just have to wait a little bit longer until that one actually does release. Alright guys, I made my way to Entertainmark, and yes, it is still freaking cold outside, but hopefully it's a little warmer inside and we find some good stuff. That was a terrible joke, but let's see what we can find.
Oh, that's not funny.
Inside of Entertainmark, guys, here is their front section of pops. Kind of looking at some stuff. They had this Funko Shop exclusive. I can't remember. I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen is what this is from, but that's kind of an interesting one for $12.99. We also have the classic Sonic for $14.99. I'm excited for the new Sonic pops that are coming out here pretty soon, guys. I did come across some other pops, guys, on this other section right here. Kind of looking around to see what they have. They had this Stitch right here, which I believe is an exclusive to somewhere. I can't remember specifically where, but that one didn't have a sticker. Anyways, kind of checking out some of the other pops that they have. Some NBA ones right there. Looking in their little anime section to see what they have, guys. This Saitama right here. I think this is about what it goes for. It might go for a little bit more, but with that damage at $14.99, that definitely makes sense. And then if we're looking around, guys, at their other section in their valuable case right here, guys, they had some decent stuff. They had some BoJack Horseman. They had some chases right there. Some Star Wars in there as well. There's that Stitch chase without that sticker that I was saying. I can't remember where it is exclusive to, but as we look around, guys, I did notice that Obi-Wan down there, guys, for $29.99. That's actually not a bad deal. I think that's about a $60 pop. So if you want that for about half of what it goes for, that's a pretty solid deal right there. Looking around at some of their other pops, guys, that they had around the store, I did notice one that they had from a Marvel Collector Core box, and this was the Black Widow right here, which I found was an interesting one that they had for $24.99, and I'll tell you why it is interesting here in a second, because I found it on the other side, guys, for, well, just $12.99. So I'm not sure what the price difference is all about, and to me it seemed like the condition was about the same, so that was kind of interesting. But looking around the store, guys, to see some of the other stuff that they had, I mean, they had a good amount of stuff, just really nothing that I wanted to pick up, but I figured I'd just show you a little bit of my perspective to see all the other stuff that they had. They did have these George Sanderson chases, guys, for $10 a piece, which actually seemed like a pretty good deal. Actually, I said chases, but I meant sodas for $10 a piece. I'm hoping that we get a chase. But speaking of chases, there is the Oswald Cobblepot, guys, for $15, and that seems like a decent deal, I guess. But I end up going and buying 2 of these sodas, hoping to get a chase. I guess we'll see. So I decided to stop by Barnes & Noble real quick, guys, to see if they had any new pops, and I see a couple of new things. I believe that this guy actually has a chase right here, and if they did have it, it's probably gone by now, but from Black Phone, I think he's without a hat or something, and that's the chase. But anyways, yeah, that is a new pop, and there was one other pop that I wanted to show to you guys that I think is pretty funny. From The Office, we have Fun Run Meredith. If you know anything from The Office, guys, this is definitely an interesting moment, and I can't believe that they made this into a Funko Pop. Yeah, maybe I'll insert a clip right here.
I was wondering if you could sign my cast. I'll read this when I get home.
But anyways, guys, that's pretty much everything that I've seen at Barnes & Noble. I wanted to see if they had a chase, maybe. That kind of had potential, the grabber, but fortunately, I'm not seeing anything else, so let's head on over to the next store. All right, folks, next up is Entertainmart. I have no idea what I'm going to find here either, but let's hope it's something good. Inside of Entertainmart, guys, they have just so many Funko Pops, so it's always worth a visit to see what they have because they're always getting in new stuff, guys. I did, however, find something interesting. I mean, there's a couple of things that I find that are kind of interesting right here. This Human Torch, I feel like this is kind of a sleeper of a pop. Whenever the Fantastic Four are going to be introduced, guys, into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that might be a good one to pick up. And also some of the X-Men pops as well. I feel like those should be ones that you guys should be on the lookout for to add to your collection sooner rather than later. We have the San Diego Comic-Con Batman for $15. You would think that's a pretty good deal, but actually it goes for less than that. And then right here, guys, we have Agent Carter, which is another pretty solid one, guys. It's one that you don't see very often, and Prince Eric. For some reason, I thought at $15 that's a good deal. It was on the rise at one point, but
the next day,
I ended up going back to Entertainmart, guys, the next day, guys, and they actually had some good stuff that they restocked, and I think they brought in a collection or something. This Hello Kitty, guys, for $15 is a pretty solid deal. Limited to 4,000 pieces, too. We'll talk about that later on in the video, but I do end up picking that one up. We have Smee right here, which isn't a bad one either. One that you don't see very often. It was from a Disney Treasures box. And we also have the Freddy Zombie, which is a cool one, guys, for $15. A decent deal, I would say. Also Jar Jar Binks, the newer one that's a GameStop exclusive. That's definitely a fun pop. We also have the Scarlet Witch as well. I know that this one was going for around like $30 at one point, but I think $14.99 is pretty accurate on the price on that. An original Jack Skellington, but unfortunately it's a reprint, guys. Definitely a cool one that you don't see very often. I didn't even know that they reprinted that one. Zero is a pretty solid pop as well at $10, the original Zero. We have this Fantastic Beast Swooper for $10. I don't know if it goes really much more than that. The Vision at $10 isn't a bad one either, guys. But looking around at some of their other stuff, I did find a couple of other things. Like this Iron Patriot for $10. I think it goes for about $20. So that is a decent pickup for sure. And Iron Man, not bad at $20. I think I'm going to pass on that. But looking around to see some of the other stuff that they have, some Toy Story stuff, some more Freddy Funko, like zombie related things like the Nosferatu, which I think that's a decent deal. I think it goes for about $25-30. So at $20, that's not bad at all. And then, guys, over in their display case, I noticed they had this We Bare Bears 3-pack for $30. And I think that goes for about $60-70. So definitely picking that up. Well, I gotta say, I think Entertainmart had some decent stuff. Not too bad. I am a little bummed, guys. I did have a gift card, and I can't find it anywhere, which would have made these practically free, but I ended up having to buy them. But anyways, I think we're gonna head down to Box Lunch, because they might have something that I'm looking for. At Box Lunch, guys, they did have some new figures, and there's one thing that actually frustrates me about this new figure that I'm about to show off to you guys right here, the Cornelius from Cornflakes. They have an NFT of this guy, and it's kind of funny that this one's way better than the actual NFT that's limited. I don't know, that's a little beef that I have. But we also have the Viewmaster, which is kind of a cool one as well from Fisher Price. I debated on picking this one up, but maybe at a later date, I'll definitely have to get that one. But they had some new Ghostbusters, some new Harley Quinn pops as well. But a good selection of stuff, and I didn't end up getting anything, unfortunately. All right, guys, back at home, and I'm really excited. I want to open up these Funko sodas first. I believe I actually opened up a good amount of these in a previous video. It was actually, I want to say it was that video that I ended up getting a bunch of Funko sodas for cheap. Come to find out that they were actually already opened and they were resealed at this like secondhand store that I went to. So that was kind of a bummer, but guys, I want to see if I can pull the chase of this guy. This is George Sanderson. And I believe, yeah, this one is actually the international version, so the piece counts are gonna be a little bit different, but this looks like it's limited to 5,000. And obviously, guys, you'll be able to find a chase, and I believe the chase of him has the cone around his head. You know, after the whole 2319 thing happens, that's the chase. All right, but let's open up number 1 right here. Hoping that we get something. I'm not gonna look at the pog, I'm gonna actually set it down right here. Here's the figure. All right, which one did we get? I believe, oh, dang it, looks like I got another common, oh no. Yep, looks like it is yet another common, guys. I feel like I probably have at least like 5 or 6 of these commons. Oh my goodness, guys. I hope I actually get the chase. Oh my goodness, I'm fumbling everything in my hands right here. But if you want to take a look at the pog right there, there is what his little picture looks like. And the international version, guys, is limited to 1 out of 4,200. All right, folks, here we go. 3, 2, oh no. He's not all shaped. He's got all of his fur. I'm assuming that this is a common. There you go, guys. The George Sanderson unlucky streak, unfortunately, continues. Okay, let's move on to the Funko Pops that I found at Entertainmark. There were some great ones. You know me, guys, I love coming across good deals, and I honestly feel like I come across a decent amount of them. And whenever I do, I like to see if I can trade away things for things that I want, or even I end up selling some stuff so I can get some more funds back to put into the channel to buy some more really cool Funko Pops. So that's kind of the whole idea behind the things that I bought today, guys, but I ended up getting this for a pretty good deal, guys. For $30, I got the We Bare Bears 3-pack. I gotta say, this is pretty darn awesome, and I think this actually goes for around 60 bucks. So to be able to get it, I believe retail was probably 30 or maybe even 35, is definitely a great way to go about it. So that's a great one to find. I was actually kind of surprised to see this one, guys. This one was for only $14.99. This is the 4,000 piece flocked Hello Kitty, and this was in accordance to the Olympics. So this is the Team USA gold medal Hello Kitty. That seemed like a mouthful to say and everything, but this was actually a pretty good find, guys, for 15 bucks. I think when this one was released a little bit ago, guys, they didn't really say that it was limited to 4,000 pieces. You kind of had to hop on the site and see a picture of the box to know that it was actually limited to 4,000. And I believe that this one goes for maybe about like 40 to 45 bucks. So value-wise, it's not insane, but for $15, it was definitely a great pickup. Funko Shop exclusive, guys, Iron Patriot for only $10 is a really solid deal. Value-wise goes, I'm not 100% sure, but I know for $10, that seems to me like a pretty solid deal. And speaking of Funko Shop exclusives, guys, this was only $12.99. I have the People Mover Stitch. I know that this pop was one that was on the rise because a lot of people were wanting to complete that People Mover set, as you can see on the back right here. And you know, a lot of people really love Stitch. So this is a great one for sure at $12.99. I think it was going for around like 50 bucks at one point. I'm sure it's gone down a little bit now, but for $12.99, an awesome deal. Can't pass that up. I believe this to be one of the original Zero figures for $10. That's an awesome one. This may actually even be a reprint. I think on the bottom right there, it says that this came out in 2020, or at least was reprinted in 2020. But hey, for 10 bucks, you don't see the Zero very often, so I'll definitely take that. And then I got one more that I picked up. This right here, guys, is the Walmart exclusive Spider-Man from Homecoming, and this is him in his homemade suit. And to get this guy for retail is a pretty solid steal. But I mean, if you're interested in any of these figures, let me know, guys. Reach out to me on Instagram. We can do a trade for maybe something that I'm looking for. And these could potentially be in a future Whatnot auction as well. So definitely go give me a follow over there. And you can also get $15 off as well of a purchase. So use that link down below. But I would say overall, guys, that was a pretty solid hunt and I found some great stuff. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below, guys, what's some recent Funko Pop pickups that you've added to your collection. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind of one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.